Alright, so with E3 season, and you know what I mean by E3 season, obviously E3's been cancelled, but those summer months, especially June, with E3 season on the horizon, we already know that companies are going to be teasing some announcements. Some shit is going to be going down very soon next month, and they're going, yeah, look out for this. Look out for this. We don't get too much right now. It's still May, but look out for this. So we got some shit that we got to talk about right now because these companies are wilding. Sega is saying some shit, and it sounded like PlayStation backing down for a second. This is going to tie into a previous leak or rumor that happened before, and it's pretty interesting. So it starts off with this tweet by Famitsu, and it says, Japanese tech journalist teases huge scoop on the level of Wired's PS5 article for June 4, due issue of Weekly Famitsu. So they got like a gaming magazine thing, and they're teasing a huge scoop that's on the level of a PS5 article that was like a huge reveal. Not to say that it's Sony news, but when we go to the article, it says revolutionary scoop will rile up the games industry. The fuck are they be talking about? It says, during his latest YouTube live stream, Japanese technology journalist Zenji Nishikawa teased he will have a huge scoop on the level of Wired's initial PlayStation 5 article in the June 4 issue of Weekly Famitsu. And the article he's talking about is an article from last year where they revealed ray tracing, solid state drive, and the backwards compatibility information for the PS5. So basically they're saying it's going to be a reveal on a similar scale. So in his own words, he's basically saying, look out for this shit. Revolutionary, will rile up the games industry. That's some serious shit to be saying. You can't be overhyping shit like that if it's just going to be some bullshit. And they've got the exact quote here. My column in next week's issue of Famitsu is crazy. I got a huge scoop. It's a world premiere article and an exclusive. It may not be, I don't know what the fuck those things are, but if you want to know if it's a scoop that big, it totally is. It's a scoop from a game company that everyone loves. I don't want to say everyone, but let's keep going. And it's same scoop last year, Wired got the exclusive story on PlayStation 5, right? Other media didn't. It's that level of scoop, and I interviewed a certain company's executive and technical staff. It's really revolutionary. Really, it's a revolution. A lot of repeating here, but you know. It will be in Famitsu next Thursday, which is just over a week from now. I already sent in my manuscript, so the proofs are being made now. It's a scoop on a level that when the story comes out, other media will make a fuss to the company like, why didn't you let us cover it? Maybe people will say, who was the first to break that story? It was Zenji Nishikawa, right? It's a scoop as major as the PlayStation 5 scoop. I just wanted to say that in advance. I can't say anything more here, but it's okay for me to tease it. I was told that it's okay to do so at various meetings. It's being talked about in other places, just not by the media. It will rile up the games industry. This man is hyping it. And then he went and confirmed that the scoop is Sega related after accidentally letting the name slip. He said, did I say Sega? Then it's Sega. He also said it's not Dreamcast 2. So he's saying it's a huge scoop on the level of PS5. We're talking Sony, the most successful console manufacturers right now. He's saying it's on the level of PS5 big reveal scoop. Like, that's a big deal. June 3rd does mark the 60th anniversary of the Japanese giant. Yep, Sega's gonna be 60 on the 3rd of June, meaning there could be some news around that date. The company began a 60th anniversary promotional campaign back in March. So he's saying it's not Dreamcast 2. So that rules out obviously it being a sequel to the Dreamcast. And if you don't already know, the Dreamcast is my favorite console of all time. A lot of nostalgia there. But it still wouldn't make sense for them to make a Dreamcast 2, simply because as much as a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but a good amount of people love the Dreamcast, it wasn't enough to sell it. So that's why they went out of the hardware market. So if they were going to come back, I don't think they would come back with the same name. They'll probably come up with a different name, like a fresh beginning. And the way they're teasing this news, I don't know if it's going to be something else like a Dreamcast Mini, because they did do a Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive Mini, which was one of their most popular. I think their highest selling console was the Genesis / Mega Drive. I don't think it's going to be a Dreamcast Mini. I mean, it could be like bonus news. I don't know. I would love a Dreamcast Mini because the lens on my Dreamcast broke, so it doesn't read discs anymore. This happened like 18 years ago, so it's been a while. It would be nice to have a Dreamcast Mini. I would definitely buy that shit, but for them to be hyping it up like this and for it to not be a new system, I don't know. But if it's a new system, are they really going to be able to survive in this current climate? I mean, I guess they got Yakuza, they got Persona, which is pretty hype. Sonic's not really doing too well right now, which if you don't already know, I'm a bit of a Sonic fan. So I don't know if I'd want to see another Sega hardware where those series are exclusive to that again and no longer on PC. So I don't know what to expect here. Then it hit me. What else could be bigger than them making a new system? Them teaming up with people that are already making systems right now. And now we go back to this rumor or this leak that happened a while ago that some people said wasn't true, but it was never fully debunked. And it says here, for this from April, rumor, Microsoft and Sega are planning a big announcement in June. Leaks point to the possibility of Microsoft and Sega preparing a joint announcement sometime in the near future in lieu of E3. Which I don't know if April was before or after they cancelled E3, but you know what I mean, the E3 season. And I'm not going to read the whole article, but basically it was something along the lines of Microsoft and Sega having a huge collaboration, even Microsoft potentially purchasing Sega and having Sega as a wing of Microsoft. I don't know if it will be a purchase or a merge, you know, because I'm assuming Microsoft are way bigger than Sega, naturally. I don't know how they'll spin it, but it could be a serious collaboration, which may even go into the hardware. It could be a point where Xbox Series X gets its own version that's Xbox Series Dream or Xbox Dream, or just Sega being involved somehow and moving all their exclusives to Xbox for a hefty sum. I feel like for the news to be big, they have to be involved in the hardware as well. Sega have to be involved in the hardware. Like, remember when Nintendo and PlayStation were supposed to make a console together in the 90s, and Nintendo basically were like, okay, this isn't going the way we wanted, fuck you. And then Sony went, fuck us, we're gonna start PlayStation. And Nintendo probably regretted that. It feels like it's along the lines of this. I feel like Sega are going to be doing something with Microsoft hardware-wise that probably that's why they're saying everyone's going to be shook about it. Because if Sega are doing another console, I guess people would be like, this is big news, but are they really going to sell that much? If it's a Dreamcast Mini, I mean, that is big news, but it's not riling up the games industry news. But if it's Microsoft and Sega joining forces to become one mega company, Microga, Say soft, like, I mean, that is the kind of shit that people will talk about. And it actually becomes even more interesting when this tweet followed up later on from another Twitter page, and it says PlayStation 5 event could be held on June 3rd, but date may change. And if we go to the article, it basically says here that it may take place as early as next week. The event could be held June 3rd, though some people also caution that plans have been in flux and the date may change. Meaning they probably set it for June 3rd thinking, well, that's the date we want to go with, not realizing that that's Sega's 60th anniversary and maybe them hearing something like a potential huge Microsoft and Sega collaboration or some kind of riling up the games industry news happening on June 3rd, aka Sega's 60th anniversary, that made them go, you know what, let's back off for a sec, see what the fuck they've got in their hand before we go and announce our shit. We don't want to be overshadowed, you know, like, and they've done it before where it's like they'll wait for Xbox to reveal their hand before Sony will reveal theirs, you know, just to make sure they don't get outdone, essentially. So they probably went June 3rd and went, hold off, actually, Sega's saying some shit, let's wait for their shit. If it's some bullshit, then we just announce our shit right after. If it's some big news shit, then they can like reevaluate whatever they were gonna say and make sure that they don't get outdone, essentially. So yeah, it's really interesting to think about this. What news is so important that's gonna rile up the games industry, cause Sony to potentially delay the date of their PS5 announcement stream, which I'll be doing a reaction stream to, by the way, whenever that happens. But what could it be? Like, is it a new console on their own? Is it the merge with Microsoft? Is it gonna be like all the exclusives moved to the system? Like, what could they be doing? You know, because it better not be some overhyped shit and it's just another mini console. If they overhype this, I swear, like, Sega no strangers to overhyping, but you know, this better be some serious shit. Okay, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. What do you think is going to happen? Are they overhyping it? Do you think they're overhyping it, or is it gonna be something huge like a merger? Like, we really don't fucking know. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. Channel's been moving. I think we're about to hit 2,700 in this bitch. Yeah, she's going really well. And whatever this news is, if it's really as hype as they say, your boy's gonna do a video on it. And of course, when the PlayStation 5 conference happens, I'm gonna be reacting to that shit. So make sure stay tuned to your boy. Boy's gonna be here covering all this shit. We're here for this. E3 season is about to commence, and that hype shit is gonna be going down like it's Young Jock in 2006. But yeah, it's your boy, PREMulous, Rem Gang. And I'm out.